Now I'm going to turn it over to Andy Cain. Andy's been a stalwart friend and supporter. And what I love most about Andy is he will tell me exactly what he thinks. Exactly. If I'm doing something wrong, he will walk in and tell me I'm doing something wrong. And I need that, and I appreciate that. So thank you.
Chris, I'll give you my telephone number when we're done here. How's that sound? Okay. So,
Good.
Yeah, I'm not really prepared to do this because I had something else going on this morning, and you kind of set me up there, Sheriff. But that's okay. I'm Andy Cain. I'm retired as the Chancellor of Colorado Tech. I've been a volunteer for the Sheriff's Office now for close to 10 years, working in emergency management, try to stay pretty much in the background and doing things quietly. I've been away from it a little bit, but I also was involved with helping with the Sheriff's Office all the way back to when Sheriff Berry was there. And I watched the Sheriff's Office for a very, very long time and try to quietly help with the community. I don't think what's important right now is that we need to concern ourselves about the Sheriff's Office. I think we need to concern ourselves about the community. And I serve on the Public Safety Initiative at UCCS, which is looking at bringing in the type of training that we need. We have the stars aligned. We have the right people in the right place right now with Chief Carey, with Sheriff Elder, with Chris at Fountain, with our folks that are up north in Monument, and they're working together better than they ever have. That has caused leaders within organizations to have to clean out some things that weren't going in the direction that they should be going. That's as a 31-year naval officer who's had to clean up some things, that's not easy to do. That gives you blowback, and you may be seeing some of the blowback taking place in the community. We should not be spending the money that we're going to have to spend on this election, in my opinion. And I will share with you, because I'm retired and I'm beholden to nobody right now, is that I had lunch with Grand X about 3 months ago and sat down for 2.5 hours. And if my grandfather, who owned a very large ranch in Southern California, would have said, all hat, no cattle. So but however, I'm concerned about perceptions. I'm very concerned about perceptions, and I think we're going to have to spend some money on this effort that we should not have to be spending, because there's a lot of tribal folklore that's being created, and that's not good. One of the most important things, in my opinion, if you're going to come up in this profession, that you need to understand that this man runs the largest mental health hospital in the county. He is responsible for being compliant with HIPAA. He has to be responsible to DOJ grants. He also is the fire marshal. He's very concerned about what's going to take place in our dry climate. He's taking care of marijuana grows that are going out east. He knows, he's been there, done that, when he knows about detentions. He's worked in Vice Narcotics Intelligence, and I've done a little work there also. I ran some scenarios for that group many years ago in terms of doing some activities in the Homeland Security and counterterrorism arena. That is a broad spectrum of knowledge that someone within his position has to have. But the other thing he has to have is the understanding of how to exercise leadership under the constraints that exist under federal law and state law. And that's very different than it is in other environments. That's a learning process, and I suspect, Chris, you have felt that pain. So as you go through that process, that means that when we're going through a great change and we're a growing community, and I honestly believe that we're going to need to carry the word outside this room. I would have loved to see it if there were twice the number of people in here. So I'm going to challenge you to not only support Bill as we're going through this process, but also, as I said, I'm just going to call it tribal folklore. This is being spread, but there's a lot of untruisms that need to be taken care of. So with that in mind, I'll turn it back over to you, but please, this is the sheriff that we need carrying us in the future.